Camelot was originally founded in 1990 as a division of Sega under the name Sonic Software Planning, which is famous for creating the Shining in the Darkness game for the Sega Mega Drive, or the Sega Genesis for our North American viewers. It has also developed other successful games in the franchise like Shining Force: The Legacy of Great Intention and Shining Force 2: Ancient Seeding. In 1995, Camelot officially separated from Sega, but agreed to keep developing the Shining games and would not release any games for rival systems that would hurt the Shining franchise. In late 1998, Sega began focusing their resources on the Sega Dreamcast, leaving the Camelot with their last scenario for Shining Force 3 for the Sega Saturn in jeopardy. Camelot wrapped up Shining Force 3 and formed a partnership with Nintendo. With their success, the company developed many Mario sports games, including Mario Golf and Mario Tennis, but in 2001 returned to its RPG roots with an original adventure, Golden Sun. This game pushed amazing visuals, a dynamic soundtrack and a complex story, and even though it focused on the archaic, random turn-based battles mechanic for half its gameplay, it was still a fulfilling console-style experience in such a small system. Golden Sun sold 740,000 copies in the United States and 338,000 in Japan. It was received positively by critics, the title ranked 91% and 90% on a review score aggregator sites, Metacritic and GameRankings respectively. In 2001, Golden Sun won the Nintendo Power Award for the Best Game Boy Advance Game of the Year. Golden Sun 2: The Lost Age was released in April 2003 for Nintendo's Game Boy Advance, being a sequel to Golden Sun. Players can transfer their characters and items from Golden Sun to the Lost Age by means of a password system or a game link cable. The Lost Age is similar to its predecessor in that it is a contemporary presentation of traditional role-playing video game formula. The Lost Age sold 96,000 units in its first week in Japan, being the best-selling game of the period. The game sold a total of 249,000 copies in Japan and 437,000 in North America by November 21st, 2004. Golden Sun Dark Dawn was released 7 years after its predecessor on the Nintendo DS, and is set 30 years after the events of the first two games and follows the path of the descendants of the previous two games' heroes. The game was not as well received as its predecessors. It is ranked 79% on Metacritic and 80% on GameRankings. Edge said that despite its lack of teeth, Golden Sun remains a franchise with plenty to say. While I am a big fan of the Golden Sun series, I have never actually played this game. Perhaps it was because it was too late in development, or much more likely it was because I didn't have a DS until recently. I have been dying to play this game for a long time. These were big games from my childhood, and while I am let's playing these games for nostalgia, I am also playing to remind myself of the story, to play through the third installment finally. I hope you enjoy the trip.